Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Golf Cart Garage. I am Tim. We will be talking about some golf cart stuff today, I'm sure, but you never know what we might get into. Let me check Facebook. Oh, seems like we're rolling over there. OBS is rolling. We're rolling on YouTube. We are live right now on YouTube and Facebook. If you're seeing me on December the 17th at 12 noon Central Time on a Tuesday, you're watching me live. So anything can happen because we are live. We come here every Tuesday and go live, talk about golf cart stuff. Who knew that this could even become a thing? But it is. It is officially a thing. I'm also a member of the Gearheads On Demand service that we offer at Golf Cart Garage. That's a paid service where you can call and set up an appointment with me and talk to me one-on-one about your golf cart issue. And hopefully I can be able to help you. I've helped a lot of people, but I can't help everyone. So if I can't help you with your issue, you will be refunded the money. So don't worry about that. There's the pricing points for that if anyone is interested in that. Right now I just take calls on Wednesdays. There's some slots open on Wednesdays. We'll see what happens when the season starts to pick back up around March or so, which is not that far off considering we're almost past the middle of December at this point. It is crazy that we're that late in the year. Let me see what's going on over here. David Irwin, how's it going, David? Hope everyone's ready for Christmas. Gene Hansen, happy holidays. Happy holidays, Gene. Oh yeah, I guess we are going to be saying Merry Christmas today because next Tuesday is Christmas Eve, so there will not be an episode on next Tuesday because I'm going to be traveling. So wish me luck with all that. This is that time of year where I have to hit 3 states. I leave Arkansas, go to Louisiana to visit my mom in Louisiana. We stay there, visit with her. Then Christmas Day, we're going to jet out of there and go to Texas and visit my wife's parents, my in-laws in Texas. And then we'll go back to Louisiana and then go back to Arkansas. So I got to do some traveling. So wish me luck with all that. It's not the best time to travel, but I usually take the back roads. I try to stay off the interstate mainly. Helpless Garage, what's going on? Helpless and Cabot, 54 degrees. Yep, it's nice outside. It's looking kind of like we might have some rain coming, but I think in the next 24 hours we're supposed to clear everything up. Kevin Rabbit, what's going on, Kevin? Kurt in Bradenton, Florida. Sure doesn't feel like Christmas with 80 degrees. Yeah. Happy holidays from the Texas Gulf Coast, Kevin Rabbit says, with 76 and sunny. That's nice. P-Hop, 57 in New Jersey with plenty of drones. I've been hearing about all those drones in New York. What is up with that? That is crazy. They got drones they confiscated. They don't even know where they come from. Don't think big giant ones. Joe Foster, Taco Tim, 58 in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Merry Christmas. I hope everyone's solenoid is clicking. I do too. I hope everybody's solenoid is clicking loud and clear today. Galactic, what's going on, Daniel? Rich Eastmain, Merry Christmas and happy clicking to everyone from Machipongo, Virginia. What's going on, Rich Eastmain? Sir Walter, safe travels, Tim, and Merry Christmas. Thank you, Sir Walter. Bruce from Westfield, Wisconsin, and Merry Christmas to all. Rob Cedar, hey, Tim. What's going on, Rob? I got your pictures queued up today, Rob. The pictures you sent me, we're going to talk about them. If you don't mind, the ones you sent me in an email. My dad's G1 starts up but doesn't want to accelerate when it's around freezing temperatures. I'm trying to long distance help him. I've never had a gas cart but want to suggest some things. He lives in New York. Well, let me ask you this, Rob. All G1s are old, okay? They're all 2-strokes and they're all old. So has this cart ever been rebuilt? I mean, are we still talking about the original crank seals on both sides? There's one behind the clutch and there's one behind the flywheel. And that, believe it or not, that's probably one of the most important things on a G1 is the crank seals, because over time they rot, and they start leaking, and the car starts sucking in too much air. When it starts sucking into, because it's a two-stroke, when it starts sucking in too much air, it changes the, the air to fuel ratio, and things just start going crazy. Just changing crank seals can usually fix everything on a G1, and it'll run like new again. Things going okay, Tim. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you, sir. Rock, what's going on, Rock? Rock over there in Atlanta. Ricky Hall, told my wife I had to watch my program. She said it was just that man talking. But she sure loves the golf cart. That's right, Ricky. Tell her. It's not just that man talking. That's what my dogs think. It's just that man talking. Oh, by the way, speaking of my dogs, I got them both with me today. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. See, he's passed out right there. And then there's the fast one, Tilly Wheel, but she's not on. She's off the clock right now too. They got a schedule because my wife works remote also, so you wouldn't believe their schedule. Talk about got it made. It is crazy. I don't even know how to explain it, because it's they sleep all night long first, by the way. I mean, they're starts out sleeping all night long. They get up to go outside in the morning. About 7, they're going to wake you up, about 7 a.m. to go outside for a minute or two, take care of business, come back in and eat, and then go to work with my wife and sleep in her office with her almost for the rest of the day. Captain Jim, Merry Christmas to everyone from Southport, North Carolina. What's going on, Captain Jim? Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's get started on the regular questions. Let me run the social media links first. There's the social media links. If you haven't followed me on or followed us on YouTube and Facebook, please do so. Give us a like and a thumbs up, whatever you can. Any of that helps. We do occasionally give a hat away on this channel, or a bag of swag. Our latest winner was D-Max. I don't know if he's in here yet because I tracked his package. I think he received it. He's our latest winner. We're not going to have a Christmas Eve show, Aaron. I just talked about that when I first started. Yeah, not going to have one next Tuesday. So this is actually the last episode until after Christmas. So that's why we're going to say Merry Christmas to everybody when we sign off today. Close that out. Rob Cedar says he thinks it's sucking too much air. Well, that's going to be one of the crank seals, Rob, for sure. That's where it's sucking air. That will make all the difference in the world. Oh, and by the way, let him know if it's. I don't know if I'm sure I have. I've probably talked about this. There are companies that will take, the engine, the whole engine on a G1. It's very easy to take out. Just another reason why G1 is probably the best golf cart ever made. It's just another reason, because from a mechanic's point of view, you lift the body up and you can get to everything, and you can remove the engine in like 10 minutes, the whole engine. All right. Because of that, there are companies that will rebuild that engine for him. Like, he can take his out, ship it to these companies, the whole engine. They will send him back one that's completely rebuilt with their name on it and their stamp of approval with a warranty, and then give him a refund for the core, for him providing a core for them to rebuild it for someone else. And all said and done, you're talking somewhere between $600 and $800 by the time you get all that done. To me, that sounds very well worth it for a G1, but by some place that has a lot of experience at rebuilding G1 motors. So the ones that I'm aware of seem to all be around Georgia. So one of them is called Motors and More. You might want to look that up in Georgia. But there's other ones too. I can't think of the other one right now. Can't think of him, but look that up and see if that might be an option. Unless he just wants to tackle the project himself, because it's going to be a kind of a project if you're going to replace crank seals, because you're going to end up having to pop the flywheel and the clutch. Aaron says, I'm always late. Checking in from Lake Mason. What's going on, Mason? Getting ready for ice fishing soon. Oh yeah, that's right. You told me that before, that y'all drive your trucks out on the lake and drill a hole and go ice fishing. That's cool. No pun intended, but I would like to do that. I don't know though. It'd make me nervous being out there on that ice. Okay, let's get started with these regular questions. Question number 1 is from Tony. I have a 2015 E-Z-GO golf cart. The previous owner had an LED light package installed. One taillight is bad now, and I can't find an exact match, so I need to replace both taillights. My problem is that all the lights I find have a 3-wire plug, and the cart has a 4-wire system. Is it possible to put a 3-wire light on a 4-wire system? Well, here's the deal, Tony. Those are all those light kits. There's lots of different light kits out there. They're all brand specific. They could all be wired completely different, and it's just going to be up to you with a voltmeter to try to put it on there to see, if you can figure out how to wire a 3-wire plug. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but it's just going to take some experimenting with a voltmeter and another light, to see if you can get it to work. I'm sure there's a way to do it. William Rizzo, what's going on, William? From the Villages, 79. Keith, hey Tim, hope all is good. Keith from Palmetto, Florida, sunny and 80. Nice. Corrected my name on here. All my friends call me Ron. Like that guy in the commercial, or where is that guy? He said, keeps saying Ron. That's funny. I can't think of where it's at that I keep seeing that. Let's see, where was that question? Are there companies that will rebuild a D&D for more speed? Yes. There's plenty of companies that will do electric motors, for more speed. 2 of the main ones, like Plum Quick. You can call Plum Quick and ask them about that. Tell them you got a D&D and you want it to be more speed, and see what he says. See what they say. There's also EMP. That's Electrical Motor Products. EMP. They also do rebuild motors for more speed. You called me Ron. It's a Key and Peele episode. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? That guy's cracks me up every time I see it. What's that other one that he, besides Ron, he asked for what did he call Jacqueline? There was something he called Jacqueline something that was funny. Jay Quellen, that was it. He asked for Jay Quellen. That's it. Jay Quellen. All right. Batteries first. Oh, okay. Number 2. Friend named Jacqueline, we call her that. Oh, yeah. Greg Elliott, hello everyone. Rainy and foggy in Bristol, Virginia. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone out there. Be safe and love one another. Thank you, Greg. I am going to be traveling, so I will try to be safe. My light kit came with the 4-wire taillights because they have motion effects. The website for that brand has replacement lights. Yeah, they're all specific. You might, if you could figure out exactly what light kit you had, maybe you'll be able to get a tail light that way. Okay. Number 3. This is from Peter. Well, let me go. I didn't do number 2. Go back and do number 2. This is from Jermaine. The cart was upgraded with a higher speed motor and given a VIN so it could be tagged. The cart operated fine for several years. Now, after sitting for several weeks, when I switch from tow to run and flip the switch to forward and depress the pedal, nothing happens. After depressing several times, it will move. However, it will jerk and buck until it gets going. After that, it will operate normally until it's parked again for an extended time. Before parking, it is fully charged and then hooked to a battery maintainer. Any insights or ideas on where to start? Well, I would put a voltmeter on those batteries while it's doing that jerking and bucking. I'd put a voltmeter on each battery and make sure that it's not one of your batteries that's going up and down that's causing that jerking and bucking. Well, if it turns out that it's not one of your batteries causing that, then it's most likely going to be your potentiometer on whatever car you have. You didn't tell me what kind of car, you just told me that it was upgraded. So every electric car has got some type of potentiometer in it. Mike Irvin, what's going on, Mike Irvin? Thank you for stopping in. Number 3. This is from Peter. It's an older 2-cycle cart that I'm working on, and I'm not sure of the year, but I can get the info if I need to. The cart has no spark, and I was wondering what the coil resistance should be, so I'd have a starting point on the problem. Thanks for any input. Okay, well, Peter, well, first of all 2-cycle carts are old, so it's you didn't tell me what kind of car you have. So I'm not sure how to answer your question, but let's just say, for instance, it was a G1. I just happen to have a service manual for a G1, so I looked it up for a G1. A G1 pulse coil resistance is 14 plus or minus 10% at 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's on the white/red and black wire. The ignition coil resistance primary is 1.0 plus or minus 15% at 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's on the orange and black wire. The secondary ignition resistance is 5.9 plus or minus 15% at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't know if we're talking about the same cart, but that's for a G1. I liked Entertainment's taillight on his walking tall cart. He used clear 12-volt camper light lenses with red LED lights inside. I want to say it was an easy-go cart. Jim Bob on Facebook. What's going on, Jim Bob? Merry Christmas to you too. Okay, number 4. From Colin. I'm looking for some advice, some guidance. I have a 2020 club car with original batteries, okay? Right off the bat, you know, we're about to go to 2025 here in a couple of weeks, so I would have some questions about that. New ones are in the near future. Cloud Energy seems to produce a fairly easy to install lithium alternative that hits a price point just above or close to the cost of lead acid. I would like to know some feedback, positive or negative, on this product. I realize you get what you pay for, but it's really hard to justify close to $3,000 for top of the line batteries. Thank you. I understand, Colin, and there are lots of alternatives out there. There are lots of inexpensive lithium out there. There's a lot of it now. There used to not be any, but there is now. So it's up to you if you want to take a chance on some of those, and I can fully understand why you would want to. We don't sell Cloud Energy at Golf Cart Garage. We just sell Eco for lithiums. So I can't speak on anybody complaining about Cloud Energy or anything like that. I know that I don't get hardly any complaints on Eco. I know that they work really well. DMAX has in this group. DMAX has put in a lot of times. LITIME. That's one of the inexpensive lithiums that's out there, and he's had good results so far. But we don't have any long-term data on that yet. That's why I like for him to keep us updated on that, because I want to know the long-term outcome. Greg Elliott, pulverize that thumbs up like button. Let's get close to the year with 100% participation. Thank you, Greg. Rich Eastman, I thought it was all since my 06 came with a bucket harness, but I had to use the one that came with the kit because it was a 4-wire. All set since my 06 came with a bucket harness, but I had to use the one that came with the kit because it was a 4-wire. Okay, I see what you're saying. Ron, Cloud Energy is what I'm using, and I'm pulling wheelies on the lifted. I've nothing but positive about Cloud Energy. Okay, cool. I'm glad someone in the room has that. That's the kind of stuff we want to know. So thank you, Ron. I'm going to call you Ron from now on. I actually didn't realize that that's why you were spelling your name that way. But now that I do, it's even funnier. But yeah, so that's good to know about Cloud Energy. Got good positive review right there on Cloud Energy. Check over here, we're good. Number 5 is where we're at. This is from Lawrence. I bought a 2011 G29 a little over a year ago and have been using it every weekend at a campground ever since. It's ugly but seems to be running fine. I plan on removing the body to paint it over the winter. Is there anything I should be checking and or doing maintenance on while I have complete access to everything with the body off? There's a back seat on it, and I'll probably put 20-inch tires on it, but other than that, everything is stock. Speed limit at the campground is 5, so performance upgrades seem pointless. See, I actually like that. You know why? Because there's nothing wrong with his cart. So in other words, that goes along with my saying, and that I've said before, you get your guts right first, then get your pretty right. Well, his guts are right. His car is fine. He doesn't need to speed it up. Now he's going to get his pretty right. So anyway, and lucky for you, Yamaha is one of the easiest to me to remove the body. And really the only thing that you would need to do is probably pretty much what everybody does when they remove the body off of any golf cart, is that they just clean everything, because this might be years before you have that much access to all that stuff again. You know, it might not ever take the body off again. But yeah, that's good that you're doing that. But just clean everything and make it all sharp under there. You know, get it all nice and sharp. You might find something that's you didn't know was messed up under there when you get all that off and have access to everything. But that's about all you need to do, other than regular maintenance. You know, on a what did you tell me? Was that a gas cart? 2011. Seems to be running fine. No, you never told me if it's gas or electric. I used to have several G29s. I bought 12 of them at one time, sold every one of them. They're good cars. G29s are pretty good. The only thing I had repeated problems with was that pedal stop switch. I had to replace a few of those on G29s, on 2011 G29s. Rob Cedar says, I hear Eco is #1. I don't take any, you know, I'm the guy that when a customer has problems, that they usually end up talking with me at one point, and I do not take hardly any Eco battery call. And if I do take one, it's just general questions. It's not because there's a problem. So, just that tells me that I don't have personal experience with them, but I am the tech guy, you know, when people for other people. So Aaron, I even designed and printed a steering shaft piece to hold the LCD that comes with the cloud energy batteries. I also integrated turn signals and high beam indicators into the print. Cool. Why don't you send me some pictures of that? And I'll show everybody. Why doesn't Trojan offer a 36-volt lithium battery? Well, they don't. They do offer lithium, Kurt, but I'm trying to think if they have a single 36 volt, or are they still doing the 12 volts? They might have a single. Hold on just a second. Thought I saw Trojan battery number 59. Ah, look at there, Kurt. Have the Trojan lithium 1-pack battery status at your fingers. They do offer a single lithium battery, Kurt. Trojan lithium 1-pack. You see it? Trojan lithium 1-pack. But they did not always, so this is something that's relatively new. Now that picture was of a 48 volt one, you know, so you'd have to go to the Trojan website and maybe get a phone number or send an email and see if they actually offer a 36 volt one, or visit your battery distributor in your area. I thought I had seen that they had started doing that. You can bet that that's going to be a popular battery. Frankie Monaco. Hey Tim, and hello everyone. It's a gorgeous day here in Pennsylvania. Hope all is well. Yes, it is a very nice day. Thank you for joining us, Frankie. Facebook is working. Number 6. Number 6 is from Stellan. I guess that's how you say that. 98 Club Car DS, 72 volt, 105 amp hour allied lithium. Okay, so has anyone out there installed allied 72 volt, 105 amp hour lithium in an older Club Car DS? I'm wondering if it's going to be too close to hitting the motor, running it down the middle. Okay, so you're not worried about it working correctly or anything like that. You're just worried about the size of it going down the middle and getting too close to the motor. I wouldn't worry about that because anything can be modded on those aluminum racks. You could pop those racks out and change it to where it would fit, is what I'm saying. You might not be able to do down the middle, but there's a lot of room under there, and I don't think that pack is really that big. If it's only 105 amp hour, that 72 volt pack. I think that it would work. I think you can make it work. You might have to modify something. That was number 6. Number 7. Well, you can also, back to number 6, you can also just, measure, take some measurements, because they're going to have dimensions, on that battery. There's going to be some very accurate dimensions of that battery. You could make a mock-up battery with some similar dimensions and see what you think. I've done that before, make a mock-up out of wood just to see if a tire's going to rub, like a mock-up wheel spacer out of wood. Number 7 is from Charlie. Looking at converting a 2019 Yamaha cart from lead acid to lithium using a Monosor 48 volt 105 amp hour golf cart lithium battery. My current confusion is with how to get 12 volt power for lights, etc. The cart has a voltage converter that is somehow driven off the existing 6 by 8 volt batteries. 8 volts, okay? But short of tearing out a lot of stuff, I can't see how it's wired. I'm assuming somewhere in the wiring harness there are wires feeding 48 volts into the converter, but I frequently have bad luck with when I assume. If I am correct, I shouldn't need to do anything but connect the main cables to the new battery. I'm concerned because my life usually doesn't go that way. Any insight would be greatly appreciated. This is from Charlie. Well, you are absolutely correct, Charlie. If there is a voltage converter and it is a 48 volt to 12 converter, then you shouldn't have to do anything. You should just hook your main cables up to your new battery and everything should be taken care of, because somewhere in your wiring harness it splits off into a 12 volt converter somewhere. So what I would do is just find the voltage converter. Find it somewhere in your cart. I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult to find it, especially if you've got all your batteries out already. Find the voltage reducer and look on it, because it will have some writing or something on it. And if it's a 48 volt to 12 volt reducer, and when you take your batteries out, you don't have anything connected in the middle of your battery pack, if you only have positive, negative, and there's no extra wires in the middle of your battery pack anywhere, then you know that it's reducing your entire battery pack down, and then you wouldn't have to do anything. I hope that makes sense. Frankie Monaco, wouldn't you need a controller that would be ready for Yes, I was assuming that person had a controller that was ready for 72 volts, because not all controllers are. You need to make sure that your controller is ready for 72 volts. Now, Alltrax has one. There's a reason that I didn't say anything, so I'm assuming that they know about that. I don't remember about Navitas. Does Navitas have I think they do. I think Navitas has one also. But Alltrax definitely has a controller that will handle 72 volts. I have one on a shelf over there, but it's busted. But yeah, you have to have a controller. The controller in a golf cart is one of the main components that is voltage sensitive. You can't just add volts to your car on your existing controller unless you know what the range of voltage that it can take. Like a 36 volt car, stock controller is a 36 volt car. You can't get, in fact, if you get up past 40 to 42, you're pushing the envelope there, because that controller, one day you're going to go out there and hit the gas pedal and that controller is going to pop. Epoch or Epic batteries has a one-piece 36 volt 105 lithium battery. I've seen that, Zach. Thank you. Yep, they do. Rock says Navitas does have one. Yeah, I thought so. Alltrax has an AC kit now. You know, Navitas had the first one of those. Alltrax has an AC conversion kit now also. So they're definitely competition helps innovation, breeds innovation. William Rizzo says it will let the smoke out. Yes, it will, and it'll smell like rotten eggs too when those diodes on the inside start blowing up. Number 8. DC, Frankie, is you got lead acid batteries. You know, lead acid batteries are DC. Lead acid batteries that go into a DC controller, and then the controller goes to a DC motor. That's the DC system. The AC system is you got lead acid batteries, just or lithium, it doesn't really matter. They go into a controller that is not only a controller, but it is a converter, and it converts DC voltage to AC, and then the motor in that cart is an AC motor. instead of a DC motor. That is the simple way to explain it. Now the AC stuff, they claim that it's more efficient than, because we're always trying to improve efficiency in all electric vehicles. So the AC system's claim is that it's a more efficient system than the DC system. Now, I'm sure that there's some people in the room that can get more technical than that, than the way that I just explained it. Yeah, an inverter. Yeah, called an inverter. It's a controller slash inverter. From Michael E., number 8, will a PowerWise QE 36-volt charger work on a 94 Medalist car? Sure it will. There, Michael E. Sure it will, no problem. Yeah, the modern chargers can work on older cars. Read on the charger itself, and it will probably say designed, unless that charger says it's designed for some other type of battery. Like a modern charger can also be designed for other battery chemistries. Like it could be designed for AGM, which is not the same charging algorithm as if it was designed for lead acid. So you need to make sure that modern charger, that QE, is designed for lead acid batteries if that's what you're charging. But if it is, then yeah, it's fine. All of y'all have a safe and Merry Christmas. I'll catch you next year. Be safe too. Thank you, Captain Jim. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. AC motors run cooler at slow speeds. Yeah, that's another thing they claim. Well, anytime, any electrical system, if you get something to run cooler, it ends up being more efficient. You know, the heat is always your enemy. Wouldn't you have to change the lighting and to control DC? No. Ron, because the AC doesn't come into play until after the controller slash inverter. So before that, the whole electrical system is DC. That only comes into play after the controller slash inverter to the AC motor. That's it. That's the only part of the whole system that's AC, is the controller slash into the AC motor. Number 9. Is this conversion substantially higher in price? I would assume, if it's more efficient. Yes, it is that conversion, you know, on the market. It's been around for a while now, but it's still a very pricey conversion, and it would be considered the top of the line. You know, if you did the full AC Navitas AC conversion, or the new, like I mentioned earlier, Alltrax has an AC conversion now. Also, you did the full Alltrax AC conversion. That would be considered if money was no object, you know, kind of thing, and you wanted the best system you could get with the most efficiency, the best controllability of parameters and speed changes and everything fancy, you know, Bluetooth and all that stuff. That would be what would be considered the top of the line. Number 9, from Benny. Hello Tim, I installed an Alltrax 48400 in a 2019 Yamaha golf cart. What is the max RPM for the stock motor? Well, the stock motor has, most likely, it's got an RPM rating stated on the side of the motor, and it'll say like 2800 RPMs at 48 volts, something like that. And it might say 1600 RPMs at 36 volts, depending on what kind of motor it is. You can understand, the more voltage you hit one of them with, you know, the higher the RPMs is going to be. But as far as the max RPMs, you mean max before what? Before the windings blow out? Well, I can tell you this, unless you're really going to put a whole bunch of voltage in there, you're not going to have to worry about that. Now, I've seen it before, but I've seen it happen at the racetrack where, you know, we're literally pushing the envelope of these small motors to the point where they will explode. You know, they'll internally, because they're not designed to turn that many RPMs. You know, it's a golf cart motor is nothing more than one of those little bitty, you know, like in toys that have the little bitty electric motors in them. It's the exact same. If you look at them, take one of those little bitty electric motors apart, it looks exactly the same as a golf cart motor. A golf cart motor is just bigger and heavier. And when you got bigger and heavier weight, then you got more of a tendency for things to sling apart if it's not sealed correctly. Like I think some of these motor rebuilders, when they rebuild motors for higher speed, they actually compensate for that problem a little bit, like by sealing it with some special whatever resin that they spray on the windings, or they even put bands in certain places to keep things from flying apart, because they know this motor is going to be turning more RPMs than normal. So unless you're really going to be putting a whole lot of voltage to your system, I wouldn't worry about what the max RPMs are. Just check your motor for heat. Then you know you're going, you know, you're pushing the envelope too much. So it's similar to RC cars using lithium batteries being DC power going to exactly, Ron, that's exactly what it is. If an RC car is doing that, then that's exactly what's happening. The inverter or controller slash inverter in an RC car is changing the DC voltage from those lithium batteries to AC, and it's hitting an AC motor. That's exactly what it is. Number 10. This is from Patrick. Has anyone with a 12-volt accessory battery been able to cut off power to your dash switches when the key is turned off? I know my key is 36/48. Not sure if you can wire it directly to the key switch or not. I also have a 12-volt fuse block. Any recommendations? Well, I do. I can tell you what I would do. And I've done it before, and it works fine. I'll install a second key, either a second key or a second switch, or an isolated switch, just for the 12-volt stuff. I mean, you got just. I've had many golf carts. Had two keys. One of them turned the golf cart on. Another key turned on all the 12-volt stuff, or turned on the voltage regulator. You know, the second key could turn on and off the voltage regulator, which powered all the 12-volt stuff. Not voltage regulator, the voltage reducer that powered all the 12-volt stuff. Or it could just turn on the extra 12-volt battery that you have in there. That would make things easier. If you can't figure out how to shut it off with your normal key, then just install a second key or a second switch. That'd be what I would do to make it a lot easier. AC motors run off permanent magnets rather than brushes, so that makes them a brushless motor. Yes, cool. Yeah, my little boat. I've got two boats, two remote control boats. One of them is a brushed motor, and one of them is a brushless motor, and they're both pretty much exactly the same boat, and that brushless motor is almost twice as fast. And when you hit it, whoosh, I mean, the RPMs just go through the roof, just instantaneously. Yeah, the first big innovation, you know, in the last 20 years or whatever was lithium batteries and all the cordless tools. And then, so Ryobi and Milwaukee and DeWalt and everybody, there's so many cordless tools now available, and it's because lithium batteries are so strong. So that was the first big innovation. The next big innovation is brushless motors. So brushless motors are pretty cool. Even more power. Rock says he put a 48-volt relay on the key to switch the 12-volt bus. I got you. Okay. You run those social media links again. Give us a like and a thumbs up if you like this content. Help keep the channel going. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. I only have, Frankie, I only have one gas cart at the present time, and that's my G1. You know, I keep talking about. That's why I talk about G1s all the time, because I've had a G1 for over 12 years. I don't remember exactly what year it was when I bought those. I've talked about it before. I bought a whole bunch of them, and I sold several and kept 3. I had 3 G1 gas cars for the longest because I couldn't part with them. They were in such good shape, and it was, you know, I was using them on my property. My wife and I had some property at that point, and I was using them for little work cars, you know, to run around and work on the property. And eventually, you know, things happen and you end up selling. But I kept 1. Luckily, I kept 1 for myself, and I've had that 1 for now for, I don't know, but I wish I would have been in a position where I could have kept all of them, honestly, because they were all in really good shape. I'm in the market for a new gas cart. I will probably end up selling this camo cart. I got some parts coming in for it. This is an electric cart, and I may end up selling that one and my gas G1 for 1 gas golf cart, like a newer model, maybe something new. I need some experience with the newer models, you know, so I may get one for myself just to get experience that way. I will, Kurt. If you're driving over the holidays, drive carefully. Remember, watch out for the other guy. Have a safe and happy holiday. You too, Kurt. Everybody be safe out there. Merry Christmas to everyone. Before I forget to say that, please have a safe holiday. Oh yeah, we're going to show some pictures real quick. Let's see some pics. Rob sent me some pics. Rob Cedar. Let's show them real quick before we get out of here. Bam! Last week we talked about the 3-wheel vehicles that Rob had seen for rent in Hawaii. Well, there they are, right there, the green thing. They rent those, and those are street legal in Hawaii, but golf carts are not. So he said it's kind of like an underpowered Can-Am Spider, you know, but a little lower to the ground. But those are actually street legal in Hawaii. So that's pretty cool. And then this is Rob's wife's cart, which is an E-Z-GO RXV, and this is a parade at a Bigfoot festival. And I think Rob told me that is him in the Bigfoot costume. Isn't that right, Rob? Are you still here? Frankie Monaco, I'd love to have a G1. Well, you can still get them. They're very good cars. They're very good cars. You can still get them. Now, but you might have to, you know, like do what I was saying earlier, like you might have to send that motor off and have it rebuilt and start fresh, you know, with a nice fresh motor. Because this thing will last forever. I'm telling you, they will last forever. They just keep running. It's always, another thing that's always amazed me is how many things can actually be wrong with a G1 and it still works. Still actually works. There can be all kinds of things wrong. Carburetor can be set wrong. Clutch can be broken. The crank seals can be leaking. There can be all kinds of things that are wrong, and the thing will still run. It might not run perfect, but it will still run. You still in here, Rob? I wanted to ask about the Bigfoot Festival. Also, here is a coupon. Drive the one on the right. Better yet, how can you see anything? Yeah, it was pretty dressed up. I'll put it back up there if Rob comes back in. This is the coupon you can use at Golf Cart Garage. Anytime you need to get some parts, you can get 5% off. This is the active coupon that we have right now. And the coupon code is TIM27, TIM27. This code expires on January the 3rd, 2025 for 5% off. William Rizzo, awesome and Merry Christmas to all. Thank you, William. Here's the contact information. for Golf Cart Garage. Support@golfcartgarage.com is the email address, and there's the phone number. If you would like to contact us for any reason, you are welcome to. If you would like to purchase a hat from Golf Cart Garage, you can. There's some hot links down in the description that take you straight to the hats. See my newest ring? This one's camo, my silicone camo ring. But there's the hats. You can get we occasionally give away hats on these episodes. Like I said earlier, our latest winner was D-Max. I don't see him in the room, but he was the latest winner. I was anxious to see if he got it because I think the tracking number said that it arrived today or yesterday. So we'll see him next time. All right, everybody. I am going to get out of here. I appreciate you showing up. This will be the last episode before Christmas. We're not going to have an episode next Tuesday, but we will pick up on the Tuesday after that. Well, I don't even know when that will be, but the next Tuesday is the 24th. So 7 days after the 24th, we will be back in. We will be rolling. Zach Watley, where can I find a wiring diagram for new controller solenoid FNR switch on 36-volt EasyGo? You should be able to find that, Zach, at one of the golf cart forums. So the two main golf cart forums that I talk about. One of them is buggiesgonewild.com. There will be an EasyGo section. There will be a wiring diagram section at buggiesgonewild.com. Another forum is cartaholics.com. It's kind of like alcoholics, but it's cartaholics.com. They both have an excellent source of wiring diagrams. Oh, is that New Year's Eve, Aaron? Huh, well, we may not be there. I haven't looked that far ahead. So you might be correct because I might be off that day too. So we'll just have to see. I'm not sure when we're coming back, y'all. It might not be till next year. So happy 2024 and Merry Christmas to all. Rob said, yes, that is me in the Bigfoot costume. Okay. I thought that's what you had told me, Rob. I wasn't sure. Yep, I'll see you, Aaron, I'll see you next year if that's the case. It won't be to 2025, my wife is pointing out. Yeah, because the next one is New Year's Eve. All right, Rob, you have a safe holiday. And anybody traveling, please be careful. And I will see everyone next year. Merry Christmas. Happy 2024, everyone. The garage is now closed.